From your accent, you might notice I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, so one of the fastest fintech hubs in the United States. And if you don't know, also the home of 3 of the 5 most important banks in the United States. So we have a lot of expertise in fintech, banking, and payments in general. So I'm here together with George, who's our smart contract developer. We also had support from 2 people offside. Jeff, who's a consultant who's been working with the Canadian Central Bank on the definition of CBDC, and Rohit has been supporting us remotely from India. So why are we here? Well, we are specifically focused on smart contract programming using DAO, digital asset modeling, which is a functional programming language invented 6 years ago by Digital Assets and has been used in a number of high-profile capital markets participants like the Australian Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, Deutsche Börse, and Goldman Sachs. Also, Digital Assets has been contributing to a number of very important CBDC projects. So they've been selected partner for digital EN implementation, are currently implementing a solution for the Brazilian central bank, and been selected as one of the platform providers for digital dollars. So kind of a really good opportunity for us to come and learn and participate on this particular challenge here in the UK. So we're using Dabble. Most people probably don't know what Dabble is. And Dabble is a functional programming language that actually sits on top of a ledger stack. And that could be a variety of different DLTs, Fabric, Corda, Mizu, or it can be used as a database. And it's also one of those programming languages that's very efficient. So we're not here going to take the prize for the most lines of code. We actually are very confident that we win the prize for the least line of codes because we can do programming very efficiently. We can do that, and here you see a little bit of our code here is that we can define a data model, we can define an authorization level, and we can define APIs in very simple lines of code. And this is really the strength of this technology, smart contract layer, on top of different opportunities in the CBDC space. So next one. So what do we do for this hackathon? So we wanted to build a quick interface between our smart contract layer, which we hosted on an open platform called Damo Hub, where we have access to our ledger server, where we would build our smart contracts, and we deploy our smart contracts, and then we need to connect to the hackathon API environment. For this, we built an API gateway interface, but keep in mind that everything is defined in our smart contracts. And so what we developed is a secure interface between our smart contract layers, interfacing with the API layer and all the way back. So next slide. Here's an example of how we executed one of those challenges. A challenge about depositing a specific payment or amount at a bank account. We started at the smart contract layer, we create an API message that is interpreted by an API gateway. That's the sole authorized person to actually read the API message, that does the translation, executes it on the Barclays API environment, and then takes all the way back. And so that's where we create a complete atomic transaction for our smart contract layer with proof that actually the deposit has been confirmed at the CBDC layer. Next slide. One of the things we bring from this challenge here, specifically forward, is that we focus a lot on our data model. So one of the things we want to contribute here from this hackathon is actually open source our data model that's been used for this specific hackathon. And I wanted to also kind of give a little bit of insights of what the potential stretch opportunities are in the future. One is about multi-ledger technology. We can use smart contracts and DAML to actually collaborate with some of the other ledger platforms that are being discussed over here. And we also kind of have done some specific work around data privacy and security and transaction atomicity. Next slide. So what are our final thoughts? One of the key things that jumped out from kind of the information that we gathered from this particular UK initiative is that core CBDC is likely not going to be a DLT or a blockchain. So we completely agree with that. I think The ledger and blockchain technology is going to be a layer on top of CBDC. We think it's very important that there's strong security and authorization models that comes inherent about the platform that we already use. So we strongly recommend that. We want to make sure that there's end-to-end transaction finality. So trying to avoid any duplication of transactions between the ledger and CBDC. We encourage worldwide collaboration. That's why we're here. We want to share some of our thoughts and bring some of these ideas back to the United States. And if you think about going to the next step, there's actually already a very elaborate open source model for CBDC transactions that's been provided by now. So we propose, and we will encourage others to work with us on iterating through that model that's being used at a couple of these worldwide initiatives, and see if we can break it, see if we can enhance it, see if we can make it stronger, more flexible, more secure, and with a lot of privacy. Thank you for your attention.